This is the Plain English Real Estate Show with your host, Rowena Patton, a show that focuses on the real estate market in terms you can easily understand. Call Rowena now. The number is 240-9962 or 1-800-570-9962. Now here's the English girl in the mountains, the agent that I would trust, Rowena Patton.
All right, good morning. Welcome to the Real Estate News Radio Show. Exciting action today. You're here with Patrick Franzen. Saturday morning, Randy, and it's beautiful.
Gorgeous day on tap in western North Carolina. Mid-70s sunshine today.
Doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not out and about today, please find a way to call in sick. I tried. Randy wouldn't let me.
Nope.
I was going to go hiking today, Randy, for a brief moment.
Well, you still can.
Well, I'm so busy.
I
can't. I can't. Yeah.
Business good?
Business is good, man. Yes, business is wonderful.
Good.
Thank goodness. I am very thankful. But I don't have enough product, Randy. Not enough product here in Asheville North. Well, if I could build them, I would be selling them.
Yeah.
You know, I understand why builders don't necessarily, build right now because of the high cost of everything from just the cost of doing business right now with the cost of lumber and the tradesmen and how busy everybody is. So, maybe you think about just putting your house up for sale and going and finding a new home, right? So today's topics are going to be the top 10 common reasons why someone might sell their home in Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm going to tell you right now, Asheville is a booming town, you guys. We've got so much action going on right now. It's so exciting to be a part of this community. And I just keep running into super, super, super positive individuals, both coming here and living here. So it's a breath of fresh air today. We've got the sunshine on. I'd invite anybody to give us a telephone call. It's 240-9962 here in Asheville. That's our local telephone number. Now, of course, you can call 828-240-9962 and give us your thoughts. What's your market doing out there? I know we're syndicated throughout the United States. So, and I often have been called by Austin and Texas and all these folks wanting to come here, Randy. But, what I've found as far as the statistics here for going into April, the median sales price here in Buncombe County, which is where Asheville City proper sits in the county of Buncombe, we've got a low inventory of homes right now, 591, which year-to-year change is down a little bit for sure. Closed sales, Randy, have gone down. And you know why? Because we don't have any product.
Right.
So, we're down 28% from last year on closings. So it's gotten a little hungry out there for the market. So another reason, you guys, an incredible time to sell. I mean, we really need product. So, and we need affordable homes too, which means affordable being from the 200s to the 300s. If you've got a home that might need a little fixing, don't worry about fixing it. Go ahead and put that house up on the market. And if you want to, you can go to mountainhomehunt.com and check out What's My Home Worth. And there, Randy, you'll find the ability to look up there, type in a little bit of information, and boom, give it your address. It gives you an idea of a median range of what your home might be worth. So, yeah, mountainhomehunt.com, you guys. You can go there and search even our listings. And we've got a real nice one, you guys, coming up. It's a coming soon. It's here in Asheville. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,325 square feet. And getting ready to come on, I think it's on Monday. It's on a coming soon right now. But $375, Randy. So under our median sales price, of $435. Do you know that in Buncombe County, the average sales price was $535,000? Woo! Here we go, folks. the percent of the original price received was 97% of asking price. So that goes, I kind of know my average on my listings, and I'm around 99%, not bragging. But, for you folks out there in the for sale by owner world, if you've got your house up for sale by owner, you might want to talk to me. For sale by owner sellers usually get about 90 to 92% of the asking price that they're going for. So you guys, you add in our commissions, which a lot of times, average out around 6%. 92% plus 6%, you're coming in at 98%. I can still sell your home for you quickly, easily, and you can still earn more money. A 1% on the average, of course. This is an average that I base on myself with my success rate. So over here at All-Star Powerhouse, Rowena Patton's All-Star Powerhouse, we've got a lot of systems, you guys. So you can go to mountainhomehunt.com, plug in what you're looking for, put your email address in there. We'll send you updates monthly, daily, however you choose, on the type of homes you're looking for in Western North Carolina. It's a great website. We've got a lot of folks that use it. And it's informational, and it's easy, and a very good tool if you're going to be in the market anytime soon. So you folks down in Florida or listening anywhere out there, I understand that you're probably wondering, oh, goodness, well, if I sell my house here and I can't find a home up there, well, it's good to go ahead and prepare, you guys. You kind of need about 90 days from when you find the home or find out that you're coming to an area. You find an area, it takes a while to find a home here. I've been working with a couple, and the price points at $300 to $350. Those are tough, because you walk into a lot of places that are a little bit less desirable, and you think, wow, $300,000, and I still have to fix this place. That's just the way it is in our market right now, you guys. We've got, very little product out there. So all my builder friends, go ahead and start clearing land, baby. Put those homes up. We need them. And if you're an investor, come here, clear a piece of property. Build some nice duplexes. Come on, you guys. Let's build some nice stuff. Put some nice complexes up. We've got folks here that want to live here. If we build it, they will come, is what I've been finding. But here's what you run into. We've got a very limited area to where we can build. So we've got to sort of work on that, you guys. Is it that we, make our areas more dense with population? Well, maybe if we can keep them off of the mountains, we can do that. But so let's think about this. If we're selling our home today, why are the reasons that folks are selling their homes in Asheville, North Carolina? Well, one of them is job relocation. Folks move here, they get a job, they come here, and then they find themselves relocating out of Asheville. Well, you folks, go ahead and give us a phone call over here at mountainhomehunt.com, All-Star Powerhouse here in Asheville. Our telephone number is 828-333-4483. For those new listeners out there, we're talking about some of the averages here in Buncombe County. Days on market right now are 34. We've got a real low supply. Our month's supply is 1.7. Now that's up just a little bit from last year, the supply. So it's slowing down. I think what you're finding is that the market's tapering off here price-wise. It's sustaining. And we're finding that there's a little bit of a price reduction here and there. So it's you can find a good deal here. You're probably going to have to fix it up a little bit. And you can't expect the most wonderful place in the world right now. It's tough. But over at All-Star Powerhouse Mountain Home Hunt, you can check out where we've got our contractors, or you can just call us, and we'll get those contractors for you guys. We'll get those places fixed. It's tough to find a really super beautiful place right now in Asheville, North Carolina, just because everybody wants to come here right now. So you folks wanting to sell, it's a good time. It's a fantastic time to give us a call and let us come out, give you an evaluation, Let's really see what your home's going to bring to the market. And, of course, you can go to the website and check out what's my home worth. And you can put your address in there. It's going to crank out a little range of value for you. Now, you're going to know if your place is, your carpet's not the cleanest or whatever. Maybe you've got a pet in there running around, putting a little love all over. We understand. Maybe you've got some yard art. Western North Carolina is famous for some yard art.
Yard art.
Yes.
Like 57 Chevy on blocks?
Well, more of the lawnmower and a toilet and a tire, probably with some flowers growing out of it. But with the flowers is also going to be some grass. Hey, listen, I get it, you guys. We've got to have wildflowers out there for our bugs. Our insects need these things, Randy.
That's right. Growing out of a toilet.
Yeah. And, having that washing machine on the front porch, don't worry about it. This place will sell. I'm being serious.
You are being serious. I know you are.
We'll figure out a way to get that lawnmower out of the yard and washing machine off the porch, no problem.
Somebody sees the potential for this place, don't they? Yeah.
We live in an area that we've been here a while, right? So we've got farms, and if you can imagine a bell, right? So you got a U, an upside down bell, not a bell curve, but something kind of like that. And down in the valley, you've got here for our territory and our terrain, you've got a river, a farm, and a road, and that runs through the valley.
And a railroad.
And so there's your valley, and it's going to be flat a little bit, but mostly that's already been lived on a couple of 10 times, right? So it's already got a farm on it. It's already got a neighborhood on it. It might have a nice manufactured home on it,
right?
With some yard art that makes it charming, and maybe some animals in the yard running around. So that's what you find in the valley here,
right?
And those folks don't ever sell. They just give it to their family, this, that. So I don't know. I don't know why I can't ever find that product to be able to purchase. But anyway, it's a toughie. Usually you have a friend that knows a friend that knows a friend, and somehow it gets going that way. And then you go up the curve a little bit, Randy, and you run into those homes that are halfway up. You got some views a little bit here and there. You can, see a range. And that home might be a single wide or a double wide. And it's going to be going for about $300,000 to $400,000, and it probably will be nice. And so then you go on up to the top of the hill, and that's where you got your long range views. You've got your $1 million house, but that's just it. It's a $1 million house, or it's a piece of property that's 10 acres, and they want $500,000 to $1 million because they've got a 2-bedroom hunting cabin on there. So that's where you run into issues necessarily in the Asheville region. Finding a good piece of property for a builder to be able to build is sometimes difficult. It costs a lot for infrastructure. So we've got a lot of challenges. We've got a lot of people that want to come here, but the budgets don't necessarily allow for what we have to offer. But we've got a lot of stuff coming on. I saw that there were 104 homes that came on in April. So that was good. We would encourage you to sell, though. Some of these other folks, they're upsizing or they're downsizing, changing the family size. So when you're upsizing or you're downsizing, go on over to Mountain Home Hunt. Give us a call at 828-333-4483. Let us evaluate your home. Let's put that house up for sale. It's time to go find something a little smaller. But you know what? The averages say about 50% of, the boomers, they're going for the same size or a little bit larger home. So the downsizing thing isn't necessarily true. It's so funny what the numbers tell you. But you assume, grandma wants to go to a smaller home. Well, not necessarily. A lot of times she moves sideways.
But going to a one-level home, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I would find a way to, find a more comfortable home without a lot of steps.
Right.
Well, guess what? We live on hills here in Western North Carolina. Ain't nothing but steps everywhere. So we've got to have a kinder, gentler kind of environment for the older folks that do live here. So sometimes you'll find a lot of ramps and a lot of things like that going to a home. But so downsizing would be another reason, you know. And then so maybe you're retiring. You want to move closer to the kids, right? Or maybe it's financial reasons. You know, you've experienced some difficulties, and we've all run through that. You know, there's hills and valleys and peaks, and so there's financial reasons as to why you would sell. Going over there to What's My Home Worth on mountainhomehunt.com and, you know, put in your address, find out what the value of your home is when you're going to sell your home. You can always give us a call, too. We're more than happy to talk to you about the home and maybe give you some ideas of what you can do, the plan to sell your home. And there is, you know, there's reason as to why you do want to get that washing machine off the front porch. But you don't have to, you know, put the home up for sale. We'll get it sold for you. I don't know, lifestyle changes, health issues. Those are other reasons why people are finding themselves moving. And you know, finding another home right now is a little bit more difficult. But we do have some big builders here. There's D.R. Horton, there's Lennar, I think. They've come into the market. I think maybe Eastland Homes was going to be coming up from Greenville and start building some stuff I'd heard recently. So I encourage you, talk to your builder friends. Get someone out there to start clearing that land. Let's build a home or two. Or let's go out and find these fixers. We do have fixers, you guys. It's tough to swallow buying a fixer for $400,000 and making that home work for you. But, you know, for investment purposes, this is a great area. And I don't know if it'll happen or not. You know, it was going through the North Carolina chamber, a bill that would allow every neighborhood in North Carolina to short-term rent. And so STRs, we call that. And that would be your Airbnbs. A long-term rental would be something 6 months and longer. And a lot of areas do allow that. And then there's some communities that don't allow any of it. So, boy, oh, boy, if they open up that to where everybody can short-term rent, woo, that's going to make it, I don't know what it's going to do, but I think it would make it more tough for the individual to go out and find a home here, which it's already tough with the price, not having product. Folks are getting discouraged, Randy. They want to come here. They want product, and they just need us to put it up for sale. So, hey, if you know Aunt Betty's house is going to be going up for sale, help her clean it up a little bit. Get that home on the market. Thin it down a little bit to where you can walk inside of it, because, you know, in Western North Carolina, we got some hoarders. We got some folks that got some stuff.
We're everywhere, not just Asheville.
We're everywhere. You know what? You can't even find a path in some of these places. Yes. And they've got a lot of really cool stuff. You know, that 1970s TV is really, that console TV is really cool. But you got to take all the boxes off the top of it,
yeah,
and the ones in front of it to be able to watch it. But I don't know. Maybe a console TV is something you need. But, hey, you can call the junk guys, and they'll come out and clear that stuff out.
They like doing that, don't they?
They do. They'll find a place. They'll find a home for that.
Yeah. That
beat-up mattress. Sometimes they charge. You know, I just went through cleaning out a place this past week, helping a client. And, woo-wee, man, those guys were happy to take a whole lot of stuff out of this place. And thinning it down was incredible. And this is an individual that's in her 60s. She's not really capable of lifting up those mattresses and getting that stuff out of there. So help your family member. Aunt Betty needs some help. Help her clean out and thin down, and maybe consider moving into a smaller place or you know, going into a retirement community. I don't know. Is that what y'all do nowadays? I don't know. Is you move into a place when you're 80, 90? Is that still the case? Move into a retirement center?
For some, yes.
Do they stay in?
And the graduated retirement community where you at first are independent, then move to assisted living, and then on up the chain. So, that's a big industry right here in Western North Carolina. It really is, especially in Henderson County.
Yeah, I think maybe let's put that house up for sale. Let's get her somewhere comfortable where she's not going to fall down those steps.
Somebody else mows the yard. Somebody else paints the deck. Somebody else puts the roof on the house.
But I understand, Aunt Betty, she doesn't want to move out of that place.
Well, yeah, there's so much emotion involved here.
Woo! It is complicated.
Right.
But one of the things we do over at All Star Powerhouse is we communicate with you. We communicate, find out a way to help her and not pressure.
Like the videos.
Yeah.
Like the videos. Take a video of this place where all those memories are.
Yeah, do the videos. Take a video of it, remember it that way, get into a place that's more comfortable, and allow us to help you do that if you want to move into your own home. Come on over to mountainhomehunt.com. Check out what's my home worth when you're thinking about selling that home. Have us come out and do an evaluation. For my listeners out there, we're talking about reasons to sell your home here in Asheville, North Carolina. And, there's not a whole lot of relocation from North Carolina. I seem to find people coming here and staying a lot of the time. So, product is one of our issues here. If you know of someone, encourage them to go over to our website at mountainhomehunt.com and check out All Star Powerhouse. Is a really incredible website there. And that's where you can find out information. We've got, a little bit of information about Buncombe County. Right now, currently, we're down on inventory. So I'm trying to encourage my friends to put their homes up for sale. And let's go find you another home that might be bigger, better, up on top of the hill now that you're getting so much value. Maybe you want to upsize to the top of the mountain. Go for those long-range views, right? So give us a call over at mountainhomehunt.com at 828-333-4483. You can go to that website, find out the value there. You can communicate with any of us there. We've always got Rowena that's going to be able to talk to you. It's fun when you can communicate with her, but just give us a call. We've got Nicole, we've got myself. We'll get in there and give you an evaluation of your home and see what it is that maybe you can bring to the table to go find your next home there. So feel free to give us a phone call here over at 240-9962. That's our hotline, 828-240-9962. Yeah, so looky here. We've got her right here on the phone. Speaking of Rowena Patton, right? So
good morning, Mr. Patrick. How are you today?
Well, I'm doing great, Ro. I'm trying to encourage my friends out there in the listening land that it's time to sell. It's time to sell.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, all over the country at this point. I mean, we're seeing more and more houses come on. You're getting more and more competition, and it is definitely time. The sun's coming out, the leaves are coming out, the flowers are coming out.
Yeah.
I'm calling in today from sunny Sarasota. I'm on a bachelorette party. Lydia's here. The lady's getting married, and we're all celebrating and coming home tomorrow.
Oh, well, incredible. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. You said her name's Lydia?
Yeah, so we'll give a shout-out to Lydia.
Yay, go Lydia. So she's getting married this summer?
Lydia Rello.
She's
getting married. A shout-out on the radio.
She's getting married this
She's looking
summer?
horrified right now. Yes.
Well, good. Well, I'm good. I'm sure she's got a lucky man there. Well,
yes, he's a lucky man, Mr. Pete.
Rowena, what are you finding? Are you finding your clients ready to sell? I mean, we've got a coming soon here for $375. Are you going to have some more stuff coming on this week?
Absolutely. I've got a lot of people who are just doing final cleanup and, that kind of thing. But it really is time because you're seeing so many people coming on now that there's so much more competition and there's so little on the market at the same time that, I know that sounds like it doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm talking about, Patrick. There's very little on the market, but it's more and more are coming on. So it is really time to get out there and get it on. Most people can look by that little thing that you haven't quite finished off. We can get you on coming soon for 2 weeks so that people can start saving you in their favorites cart. So, yeah, it's time. It's really time. give us a call and we'll get you.
Well, I know
Excuse
that.
me, sneeze in the Florida sunshine.
Nice. So I know you've got a listing, 30 Park Avenue, which is an incredible home, and it's even had a price reduction just recently. Can you tell us a little bit about that home over at 30 Park Avenue?
Fully remodeled. It was going to be my house. It didn't work out because of the school issue. So I went a little over the top on the remodeling. New floors, all the popcorn's gone. New appliance, everything's new bathrooms. There's about 1,600 square feet added downstairs. There's a bedroom downstairs and a large area. It's a daylight basement. And it's Park Avenue, which is off Sweeten Creek, which is a very fun little neighborhood. I fell in love with it the first time I drove in there, and it has a clubhouse and a pool, a backyard that's pretty much naturalized, so you don't have to mow it if you don't want to. There's space for a lawn if you wanted to. And it's just about finished. It will be, the walls are up downstairs, and upstairs is like 98%. There's a few little finishing items to go. But yeah, take a look, mountainhomehunt.com, search for 30 Park.
Yeah, I love the way that you opened that. Yeah, I love the way that home has a big open area, really nice doors out to a porch, and the backyard was just as charming as could be. Yeah, what a great home. So yeah, if you're in the, $600,000 range, woo, is that one got value. And from what I understand, the same house, not fixed, sold for $650 not too long ago, right across the street.
Right across the street, yeah.
So there's value there.
Well, it was fixed, but it was more dated and drop ceilings, and it didn't have the views. You got views from the owner's suite in this one of Mount Pisgah, and the bathrooms enlarged and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's well priced.
Yeah, so you guys
go take a look.
Yeah, take a look. Mountainhomehunt.com.
4 beds.
4-bedroom home. Mountainhomehunt.com is where you would go and check that home out. Now, of course, we've got other listings on there, and you can search throughout everywhere in the Asheville market, Western North Carolina. You can go find it on that incredible website. You can do searches. There's resources there. There's blogs. There's also stuff about everything from moving to fixing. We've got contractors, so you just contact us. We'll find you someone to fix that home. Yeah.
We're nice, I promise. All right, darling, I'm going to let you go. You'll have a great show. Thanks for doing it today.
Oh, yeah, no, this is fun. Thank you. All righty.
See you on the radio next week.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
So, all right, we've got Mr. Cameron. How we doing, brother?
Good morning.
Hey, good
morning.
How are
y'all?
Man, we're doing great over here, man. Great to hear your voice as always, Cameron.
Likewise.
Now, so everybody, we've got Cameron. He's our #1 mortgage broker. And, man, does he have solutions. So give him a call. This is Cam over at Nexa Mortgage. Cam, go ahead. Tell us what's going on this week.
What's on your mind this week? The same thing as most people, rates and programs and what we're doing to get people in homes?
Yeah, man, let's hear it. We hear the headlines on Google and MSN and whatever else you get your news source from. Rates are dropping. And then you see interest rates are increasing.
It does seem like a kind of a not very funny game. But the big news that's going on right now is the executive order that's been passed to come in effect May 1st, that essentially those with good credit scores that's above 680, putting less than 20% down, will actually have an added upward adjustment put on their interest rate, which has a lot of people upset. So, in essence, they're penalizing people with better credit scores to subsidize lower credit scores. Now, again, this is supposed to take effect May 1st. There's already a bill on the floor to squash it, but as of right now, that's what we're looking at, something coming up. So that's been the headlines as of late.
So
but that is what it is. Go ahead.
That's something that's already passed.
Well, it wasn't passed. It was an executive order.
Okay.
It was just signed into law, and now.
Oh, goodness.
Now
so President Biden signed. President Biden signed it.
Our good friend is at it again, and but they're trying to now the legal way try to adjust it because there's there's not one mortgage CEO or banker in the world that says this makes any sense. So not sure who he's getting his advice from.
Wow. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so take the good credit, folks, and beat them up a little bit more. Here, let's just add a little bit more.
It is another way of taxation, but listen, it's one of those things. Don't let that. It's not enough of an issue to keep you from making a smart decision. Real estate is still, in my opinion, one of the safest, best places to put your money and your investment. So do not let that deter you.
Inflation busters. Yeah, man.
That's right.
But it's also a good time to sell your home because of these encouraging. Now rates are coming down a little bit, right? They're coming down.
I mean, almost immeasurably. I mean, little bit. The news makes it sound like it's some big thing. They're still up there. They're still up there in, I would say, mid-6 range, depending on your scenario. Maybe getting close to 7 if you are a little bit credit challenged or not putting as much down. But there's different ways we can get that down for you temporarily until rates drop. But most of my clients that I'm working with right now understand that, this is something that it's not going to be here forever. If you can go ahead and get in the home now, maybe 12 months, maybe 18 months, we're expecting rates to drop, and we'll get them into a lower rate at that time.
And so, in other words, date the rate, marry the home.
Woo, I love it. There you go.
Yeah, man, date the rate. We can get that new rate. We can change. We can refinance. And you know what the crazy thing is the value of your home's going to go up, and you'll probably create equity within that 18 months that will way cover any kind of, mortgage you had to pay difference-wise. Am I correct there?
That's about right. And I spoke with a client yesterday. We were giving them their payments. I apologize for the background noise. I'm out at a festival this morning. But I was talking with a client. We were pricing them out on what their mortgage would be now. And then we were talking about the possible refinance. If we could get them down into the mid-5s, would have dropped their payment $300. So it's just, we'll play the game and get you in the lowest interest rate we can, but you cannot outrun that appreciation. So yeah, I wouldn't wait.
No, it's the best time ever to buy a home. I don't see product coming from anywhere.
That's right.
And I don't see the demand dropping in my particular area. Now, I'm sure there's other areas, but
people are flooding from other parts of the country into North and South Carolina. So as long as demand stays high, so will the housing prices and values. So I'm a big fan of gobbling up what you can as fast as you can.
Yeah, I often fear for the next generation. Are they going to be able to have that American dream and buy a home?
That's a great question. Great question. No way to know, but we'll do everything we can to get them in a home also.
Well, now, what kind of programs do you have for the first-time home buyers?
Well, obviously, we've got Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will do let you get away without pricing adjustments, certain pricing adjustments, which keeps the rates down. Fannie and Freddie also has, a 3% down program. You don't really even have to be a first-time home buyer, but that is one qualification that can get you into that. You also have to qualify and not be above a certain level of income. And then, of course, you have your USDA 100% and FHA. Now, FHA is unique. We've got some lenders that actually are offering a grant to first-time home buyers that will cover the 3.5%. So the 3.5% down payment that comes with FHA by some lenders that we do have can actually be covered for you by a grant that you don't even have to pay back.
Wow. Well, now that's good news for my folks out there. And so can we go over the definition, Cameron's definition of what a first-time homeowner is?
Yeah, that's an easy one. So to qualify as a first-time home buyer, you just need to not have owned any real estate in the last 36 months. It's 3 years. So if you owned a home and you sold it for whatever reason, maybe, maybe there was a negative thing that happened, you had to get rid of things, or maybe it's a positive thing and you got rid of your real estate, and now it's time to be a homeowner again 3.5, 4 years later, well, 37 months later, you now qualify as a first-time home buyer again.
And that's an FHA program that's 97.5%, and then you get a grant for the 3.5% down. So you quite literally could get into a home for zero down, just pay the closing costs.
That's correct. And the rates on FHA are generally a little bit lower because it is subsidized by the government somewhat.
Okay. Well, exciting. I mean, we need that for people. So that
Absolutely.
sounds like good news to me. Now, what's the cap on that? What is on that? Is there a cap?
You talking about as far as price of the home?
Price of the home, right.
Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to think. There is a cap, and it's by county, and I do not know exactly what that number is. I apologize.
It's based on population then, and then what other homes are selling. So that's why it goes county to county, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're in a county in close to Washington D.C. or close to New York or San Francisco or Chicago or one of those crazy places, they're going to be much worse than what you're going to find in Asheville. But so they make accommodations for that and lift the price at a higher cost area.
What are you finding as far as your traffic right now? Are you mostly working with boomers, or are you mostly working with investors, people coming in second homes, or are you working with primary families coming in and wanting to buy their home?
I really have been doing a lot of folks that are moving into the area from out of the area. So one interesting thing that I think people kind of get tripped up on is they think they have to have their employment in place and already be working where they need to be, and that's not true. We can actually, whether it's FHA or conventional, Fannie, Freddie, whatever, we can go ahead with a employment letter from your new employer here in town that just details your position and how much money you're going to be making and such as that. You don't even have to have started working that job, and we can close off the promise of that letter. It's called future income.
Wow.
So in your moving, you need to have that secured, but, where am I going to live while I'm working there for a few months before I can close? You don't have to at all. You can come into town and close and start working a month, 2, 3 months later at the new job.
Wow, that's encouraging for my folks coming in from out of town.
So I have been seeing a lot of that. People moving from Charleston, people moving from across the country, up from Florida, all over the place.
So predominantly your loans right now, conventional. Are you finding anybody utilizing that FHA?
A good many. I don't know. It just runs in cycles. Sometimes I'll get, a lot of VA, and sometimes I'll get some USDA. Right now, I am in a conventional cycle where most people are putting down anywhere between 5% and 20%.
Gotcha. Speaking of VA, are you having a lot of those kind of folks coming around, or and maybe the benefit?
Yeah.
Now that's an FHA program as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the VA?
It's
or
a
is
government program, but it's separate on its own.
Okay.
And so what VA does, if you are eligible, if you're an active military member, or you have served in the past and you meet, they have some pretty minimal qualifications. You can't be dishonorably discharged, or you had to have served a certain amount of days of your commitment and all those things. But assuming that you do, and you would have gotten maybe a DD 214, or even have a certificate of eligibility, it will tell you how much you qualify for. And what they do, the VA does not lend money. The VA does not have a mortgage arm. They allow, you have to be set up as a mortgage lender to be able to represent them, and then they back up the mortgage lender so the veteran can have 100% loan. Now, I want to say this. I want to kind of plug my company here. I met a gentleman that actually works for Veterans United, and I normally don't use, other companies' names. Great guy. They do great work for the veterans, but their overlays on what they will allow were much stricter than what we're allowing. I won't go into what they said. we can actually go down to a 500 credit score VA and still get them into a home. We can do double wide, single family residences, duplexes, triplexes, whatever you need, and still do it under the VA. We can also do VA renovation and VA construction. There's very few lenders out there offering that product mix for our veterans.
Wow. Cameron, that's incredible. I mean, I did know that, but man, that's incredible for my listeners. I'm glad you said that. That's good information. The VA loan where you can go in and fix it up. So what you're saying is you go in, you get an appraised value, and then what a future appraised value after this fixing that we do, right?
That's right. That's right. Now, I actually had a client that qualified for a VA renovation, and the listing agent that got the approval called me and questioned me on it and said he even checked with his lender. They had never heard of it. And I told him, I said, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry that, you guys don't know that it's there, but we're one of the few lenders that actually can do a VA renovation loan.
Now, you also do the other renovation loans. You've been running into delays on being able to get repairs, or what are you finding on that?
Well, the delays that you're going to run into with any renovation, it's going to come from the human factor, the carpenters, the plumbers, and getting those guys to show up on time and get the work done on time. That's where we're seeing the delays. But I also want to mention to some folks, when you're looking at renovation, everybody thinks 203K, which is the FHA product. And yes, 203K is the renovation part of FHA, but there's also conventional, where we can do as little as 5% down on the renovation project. So that's Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Just like a conventional loan, we can do conventional renovation loans as well.
With 5% down.
As little as 5% down, that's right.
Wow, folks out there in listening land, did you hear that? You can find, and we've got places that need fixing, So
absolutely.
We've got solutions.
That's one of the beautiful homes that were built back in the, maybe the mid 1900s, 1950, 1960, that people have lived in for decades and decades, and then they passed on or they moved out, and the house is great shape because it was built like a tank.
Right.
But it just is super ugly. And
oh, man.
You need to renovate the thing, or you need to do landscaping, or you need to, fix stuff up that, maybe is starting to falter a little bit. It can all be put in a renovation loan as long as the price is right and the numbers work out.
Okay, folks. So, Cameron, can you give me your email address and your website and your phone number for these folks that are listening right now that I know are going to give you a call on that? I mean, we've come to the point to where this is the only product we got is stuff that needs a little fixing.
That's right. My telephone number local is 828-779-4770. My web address is localmortgageauthority.com. And then, of course, you can always reach me by email. That is just cball, CBALL, @nexamortgage.com.
All right. Yeah. localmortgageauthority.com.
That's it.
Nice. Cameron, as always, man, I embrace you. I give you a virtual hug, man. Thank you for being a great friend.
I receive it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate you receiving that. And let's see if we can help some of these folks out there in listening land. Y'all give Cam a call. He's certainly not going to bite you. He's a super nice fella, and he'll give you the information. You can go over there to mountainhomehunt.com and also find Cam's information too. So, Cam, thanks a lot, man. You're the greatest.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too. It is a great weekend. I think it's pretty fantastic. I like Cam so much. He's helped so many people with their homes.
I can imagine he's a great guy to work with. I've enjoyed getting to know him here on the show, and he's got so many tools in his tool belt, man.
Yeah,
he
man.
really does.
Yeah, and I'll mention stuff like that to other folks. Well, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah, and so anyway, Cam's he's really a miracle maker with being able to get you into a home. So I've often said if Cameron can't get you into a home, nobody can. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. But he's a great resource for me. I know I can pick up the call. You know, one of the things about him is I can call him and he's never not answered, or at least responded right back to me. Hey, listen, I'm on the phone. I'll call you right back. And he does every time. So Cam's a great resource, you guys, over at Nexa Mortgage and localmortgageauthority.com. And so definitely give him a call, figure out what it is you can do with any of these homes. We've got them. They need a little fixing. Maybe you need a $100,000 renovation. He can take care of you. So, you know, your folks out there, we've been talking about selling your home. And one of the reasons to sell your home, maybe this is a second home market for you. Maybe you've gotten tired of taking care of that home. You want to just stay in your other home in Massachusetts or Florida or wherever it is. I don't know. Put that home on the market. Go over there to mountainhomehunt.com. Check out the value of your home. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's amazing right now what the market's doing for sellers right now. So it will probably continue to be a good time to sell. But right now, I know it's a great time to sell. It proves it in the numbers. There are lots of area codes that I'm looking at that are 99.6, 99.7% of the asking price. One of them's 100. So 100% of the deals in the zip code of 28792, which is downtown Hendersonville, 100% of the homes that go up for sale go for asking price. So, you know, it is a good time to sell. For my buyers, you guys, it's not going to get any easier. It really isn't. Let's start looking for that home now. And let's get you prepared. Let's get you pre-qualified with Cameron so that when that home does come up, we can put an offer in. We can be really quick about it. And, you know, depending on where the location is, like I was just saying with this zip code 28792, 100% of offers are going. 100% of asking price on the offers. And I've got that just with my numbers, so I know. Now, there's other areas, you guys, you know, where the percentage isn't quite as high. There's a 94% in downtown Asheville. But, you know, that's downtown Asheville. So they've inflated the price there probably a good bit to where the market just adjusts it. But even still, 99% of the home price being realized, the asking price, sell price. So, so give us a call over here at mountainhomehunt.com, all-star powerhouse in Asheville, North Carolina. If you want to get a value on your home, or if you'd like to go look at some homes, we've got great buyer's agents. And if you're thinking of getting in the real estate business, we've got great programs. We'll start you from the ground level, carry you, hold your hand, get you into understanding what it takes to get your homes listed and get your buyers to the closing table. So All-Star Powerhouse here. Give us a call, 828-333-4483. Today we're talking about selling your home and what your home's worth. And so go to mountainhomehunt.com. Check on that button. It says, what's my home worth? You can really find out some good information when you start digging into that website. It's got financial information. We've got blogs. We've got all the resources. And if you're thinking about getting into real estate, or if maybe you're thinking about having some help with your programs, if you're an existing real estate agent, you want to come over to a great team, we've got opportunities. We are part of the EXP family of realtors. EXP Realty is just an incredible network. We've got almost 100,000 agents throughout the United States that we're part of a big, huge network. And so we get inside information sometimes from other EXP Realty firms just because our firm's so large. And so if it is an exclusive listing, you know, it's an EXP exclusive. And so we have the ability to see those homes, and they pop up for us. So give us a call over at 828-333-4483. visit our website at mountainhomehunt.com there, where you can find all kinds of exceptional information. Contact us. Give us your information there. We'll call you back. We've got a really great website here to where you can click on your favorites when you get in there. And if you click on your favorites, then it starts, the AI of the system starts learning your preferences. So it'll bring homes to you that are similar to what you're searching for. Right now, we've got about 600 homes for sale in Asheville area of Buncombe County. So, it's not a whole lot. You can pretty much cover in about an hour every home we've got for sale in Western or in Buncombe County right now. So what I've found is folks are sort of venturing out to these other small towns. Waynesville, a beautiful community. Black Mountain, Weaverville. Woodfin feels like still part of Asheville to me, but we got Woodfin. You've got Barnardsville and Mars Hill. I've got a closing going on in Mars Hill up beside a beautiful campus there. I just love that community. It's just awesome. My clients are picking up a home there. It's right off of the main street. She can walk to the park. She can walk through the campus. She can walk to the coffee shop right there. There's all kinds of little shops. It is so thrilling to see their family grow and come to that area. So all our outside communities are really starting to pop. And so, there are opportunities. I feel like a lot of realtors are saying the Canton area is going to be the next popping area because of maybe there's not an intrusive smell going on anymore. So anyway, for that community over there, we're going to be here for you. North Carolina's going to be there for you. You're going to strive, and it's going to be a minute maybe. But everybody over there is going to be better off, and health-wise be better off too. So I'm excited for our Western North Carolina community. We've got more parks coming online. We got to save the baseball team, so we've got baseball still in this area.
The Hendersonville Honeycrisps are going to start their summer league coming up very soon in the historic Berkeley Field.
Wow.
And that is truly a Field of Dreams stadium. It goes back into the old industrial leagues of the 40s and 50s, and the field has been preserved, and there's a new team coming to play called the Hendersonville Honeycrisps. That ought to be a really wonderful summer season.
Well, they've got a new fan just with the name.
Me too.
The Honeycrisps.
Me too.
Why not, right?
The Honeycrisp is by far, survey after survey, that's the favorite variety of apples grown in Henderson County, the Honeycrisp.
Woo!
That's the name of the baseball team.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But you guys, it's been a fun show today, Randy.
Certainly always is, Patrick.
Yeah,
Glad
man.
when you get the opportunity to come be with us.
Well, Rowena will be back next week, but
Cool.
then I'll be back again the week after that, and we're going to have some really cool I've got a fantastic guest that'll be coming on. We're going to be talking about reverse mortgages and the opportunity there for folks. It's not the way it was back in the day. 2014, they changed a lot of rules. But, folks, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day today. You've been listening to the Real Estate News Radio Show with Patrick Franzen and Rowena Patton's All-Star Powerhouse.
This has been the Plain English Real Estate Show with Rowena Patton. Visit Rowena and post your questions at radioasheville.com or call her at 828-210-1648.